Welcome everyone to another Observability Clinic. What's new in Dynatrace, May 2023. If you see this, this is the updates about everything we've released in 265 and 266. Berkan, we are back. This is the second time. Thank you so much for creating all this amazing content. Got great feedback from the first session. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you very much, Andy, and thank you again for having me on this session. And it's good to hear that feedbacks are good so far.
Definitely. Let's jump in. Can you quickly go to the next slide? It
Sure.
would be just so people know what this format is all about. So folks, we give you an update about the product, the news, everything that happened in the product today. I think we'll see a lot of the new capabilities in the platform. Then I will talk about the blog and tutorials and community. So this is kind of the structure, or you will talk about this, Berkan. Yeah. Before I pass it over to you, one more slide. There's a lot of videos that we put out there, not only what's new, but we have a lot of other different playlists, both on YouTube, but also on Dynatrace University. Recently, we covered a lot of the new apps that are available in Dynatrace. Also, we talked about AppEngine and metric forensics. I think you are bringing this again later on in some of your stuff that you're covering, but just be reminded, folks, you can watch this either on YouTube, also on Dynatrace University, and on University, next to the video, you also find the slides. But with this, Berkan, I think the floor is yours because we have a lot of cool things that happen in 265 and 266.
Okay, sounds great. So then let's start. But before starting, as always, that we have our community channel where our users can ask their questions, provide their feedbacks in community channel with our product managers. And also, as always, please try to use Dynatrace chat as much as possible. There are several teams in there. Based on your questions, we internally organize and help you with the best way that we can, possible.
And we also put the links to these two in the description of the video. So in case you don't know, we'll put them there too. Thank you.
Exactly. And this month, and as always, that we roll out automatically our clusters every 2 weeks. So this month we have version 1.265 and 266 versions. And now in this, the next version, the 265, our new Dynatrace platform is available. So what it means, it is basically that it is not a migration, just to specify that it is an upgrade of the new UI and the engine underneath. And all of your data is accessible exactly as it was before you upgraded. Therefore, it will be a smooth transition for you, for the users that would like to start to use our Dynatrace platform, the new Dynatrace platform. Okay. And this is basically the UI. I will also, of course, have a demo and explanation on the new platform as well and how you can do the switch. But this is briefly, you can see our new platform.
And an exciting moment for Dynatrace and our customers in our history.
Yeah, definitely. I think also it's amazing that we have this transition. It's really smooth. It's lots of features and on the platform. And you will also see that how we try to make it as clear as much as possible with the new applications and the classic applications. So there are lots of things that we have today to talk about. Well, let's see what we have. So of course, that with the new features, the new applications or the new platform, there are some policies it would be nice for you to set for your users so that you can use your latest Dynatrace capabilities in a most effective way. So what I mean here is that there are some policies that your admins should set in your platform so that you can control your data in the best way. Again, I'm going to show you what type of policies we have, what type of policies that we already created sets per default for your admins. So you will see all of these in this today's session. And yeah, but basically it's the first start, I can say. And also that we have a new licensing, Dynatrace Platform subscription model. It is a new flexible usage-based monitoring consumption model, as you can see here. Briefly, we have tailored our pricing for cloud-centric environments. Nowadays, modern application instances don't run all the time. So we are introducing this model, this hourly pricing model for full stack monitoring and application security capabilities. You can see the breakdown for each each area and also each capabilities, of course. And if you would like to get more details, here's the documentation, here's the blog post where you can start what exactly that we have with the new licensing model.
And Berkan, I think this is also aligned with some of the things that many of our customers are already know from a licensing perspective, how the big hyperscalers are doing this, right? So it's very aligned
That's correct.
with the model.
That's correct. And before including what we have on our new platform, I would just like to show you from our demo environments what are the new functionalities or the new platform overview that you can see. So on today's session, for each section, we have these areas where we are going to focus. And with the starting of these slides, you can check easily from the presentation as well and from this session to just align on the content and the environment and easily. This is basically how it looks like, the new platform. And if you check from your user information that there will be a toggle where you can enable and disable the new platform. So right now it's different for the admin user that they can see this toggle in the previous platform. And whenever they, for example, switch to this, enable this button, you will see a preview of the new platform. Some of the users, or many of the users, is not possible to switch this, that you will need to have admin access. So basically, if you cannot switch to new platform, please reach out to your admin, please reach out to our account management team, and then you can start to use your platform accordingly. But with this version, we already started to roll out, so it's many of our customers. So basically, it is really amazing that how we have what type of the new functionalities we have in our new platform. Okay. And if I continue also, let's see here, the policies that I mentioned before. So in this policies section, in the account management section on the new platform, that you are going to see the management of all these new applications, new functionalities. Again, I'm going to cover many of these on this session in a short way, but still, this is important for your admins, for your users. Please just check these configurations in detail before starting the new platform, and so that it will be much more effective for you. Okay. So let's see what's included with the new platform. 1 second, please. Okay. So now in our new platform technology, we have our Dynatrace AppEngine, which allows you to create custom, compliant, intelligent, data-driven applications. Okay, so we have several applications which we will talk about on this today's call, like dashboards, notebooks, workflows, and many other apps. They're all run on AppEngine. Okay, it is really important for us to have the quality of our applications in terms of performance, security, stability, resilience. So therefore, we also maintain our applications. So it is really critical for us. This is what makes powerful also for you, that you will have a really stable, powerful applications on your platform. There are several use cases where we can think about. For example, using this AppEngine, you can access third-party systems. You can fetch data from external systems, trigger actions, push data to third-party systems. You can talk to any API accessible via HTTPS, and you can do custom visualization. You can build your own custom visualization, add custom integrations, and again, you can extend your data with third-party data resources. Okay, for example, that we have these applications, template applications, where you can find from our documentation here. And this will be a really good start for you to see what's possible with the new Dynatrace platform, what you can achieve with our new AppEngine, with our new functionalities. These are all briefly that you can check our documentation, the blog post, and of course, as always, the observability clinics that Andy and Grabner, and then you can easily check from here. Okay. So what else we have the new platform? We also introduced our Dynatrace automation engine, and already you also saw it maybe in Perform. It enables you to combine your observability, security, business data with our causal AI to automate your workflows at enterprise scale. Okay, and here is an example where you can see this is a basic example with the vulnerability reporting and escalation, and also I'm going to show you a short demo at what we have in our platform. But previously, this is available with the automation engine. So this is also pretty amazing to see that we have this release. And again, these are the resources which it's that you all need to start to use automation engine, blog posts, observer technique, again, surprisingly with Andy, and the documentation that are all available. Okay. And another application we have the Site Reliability Guardian. It is, you can think about that if you are already familiar with cloud automation and using Captain already, that's we are basically having the release validation feature in Dynatrace that helps you, your code, helps you to ensure that your code release into production is successful already. And it enriches your platform by automating your change impact analysis. We will show you what we have, what examples we have in our platform. But again, these are the all resources that you can start to use our new Site Reliability Guardian application. Okay. And what else? Still, that we have too many things that we can talk about. Of course, our Grails, the new famous database, our single unified storage. I can say that for logs, metrics, traces, events, Smartscape, for example, with causal data. Here's an example where you can see how we fetch this data. For example, in this view, that I can see that we have this Smartscape topology information by using the entity name. We have the version information from the logs storage, events, metrics, so they're all in single place. And you can use that our query language or a pattern language to create your own queries, to create your own use cases. So there, I mean, it's like bundles that again that you can create the scenarios, and you will see how it's possible to use our query language with other tools in an integrated way. And again, these are the blog posts, documentation, and observability techniques that you can use to start our new query language and general experimental analytics. Okay. Additionally, that we have our carbon impact application. It helps you to calculate and monitor your IT carbon footprint, as you can see here. So it is it uses electricity consumption, it's calculated watt hours, and carbon dioxide emissions. Also, it's calculated here. This is just an example. I will also show you on the demo environment. But again, to start to use our carbon impact application, these are the resources that you need for this. Okay, so too many things that we have, as mentioned. Let's see what are these applications in our new platform. So before starting, that this is a documentation that you can use our AppEngine to create your own applications, to cover your corner cases, that extend use cases, or to fetch data from different external systems. So this is all you need to build your own scenarios in Dynatrace. And here's the documentation that you will see, and also in the presentation. And these are the sample applications you can analyze. You can see what it needs to be used. So if you like to start, this is just basically you can see the tutorial and the quick starts part as well. Okay. So let's say that once we have our our applications or once you start to use our platform. Okay, what we have exactly in this UI. So the new platform, the new applications, that it will be the all classic applications and the new applications that you will see here in the new platform. So this is the general view. Also, you can remember this from the left UI of the classic view. We have all these areas where you can explore, where you can see which applications are available. And you just need to click on that application to see what is available in your environments. For example, if I click this hosts, here that you will have the classic view as I said, it's not a migration, it's just an upgrade of the and you have all this data here in your platform. This is just one example with hosts. These are all same for the other classic applications that you are going to see here. And in addition to those classic applications, we have our new application that I told you, that I explained to you on the presentation in a short way, and we are going to cover also one by one what we have on this platform.
Berkan, maybe to just
yes.
recap a little bit for the people that see this the first time, everything that they have known from Dynatrace, every single view, your hosts, your synthetics, your real user monitoring, everything is still available, but we now call everything an app. So every capability in Dynatrace is available as an app. I think it's also easier to navigate. Everything is grouped and tagged correctly so you can find my infrastructure pieces. I also see on the top left a search with Control K. Control K, as I always say, is my friend now because I can easily search everything in Dynatrace and I don't have to navigate through lots of different menu items. I just easily find things. I can also pin things to the menu on the left of apps that are important for me in my day-to-day business. And as you said, apps is the new concept. We are building apps as Dynatrace. Our partners are building apps, and everybody can build their own apps in case there's a need to bring your own logic to the Dynatrace data through the developer portal. But it's really fantastic and amazing to see what has changed. And this is also why I think it's clear that this is a magic moment in our history, because this is a big step towards the next direction of our platform.
Definitely. And it is also that amazing that how we integrate all these technologies in one place, and from also a hub you can see, guys, that what type of the technologies we have here. I can see 549 it's already available. You can just navigate around and see what's possible to use in our platform, the new platform, and of course the same from the classic integrations as well. But briefly, there are several ways that you can just see what is possible in Dynatrace. And talking about the hub, again, you will see all this section here. And as Andy mentioned, if you like to search for a specific application, let's see that ActiveMQ that way, or it's just for applications. Okay, it's not enabled yet. If I type notebooks, for example, here, you are going to see the applications that you can easily navigate to that application. Also, you will have additional navigations here that what you are looking for in your environments. Okay. And with the AppEngine, we talked about the applications that built on top of it. And if I go one of these applications, sorry, I think it's better if I first check the core application that we have with Automation Engine before going with Site Reliability Guardian. So here we have the workflows applications built on top of an AppEngine. And in these workflow applications that you are going to see, lots of that examples that we have on this environment, of course, that's created by our colleagues. I'm going to focus on it. I think one example will be enough for us for today, where we get top 10 error logs from the past 24 hours, and how can we automate by using this workflow. Okay, so to do this, let me quickly search for it. Otherwise, I can easily, I think, find it here. Exactly, this is the example that I found easily. So here, what it looks like, it's just a drag and drop method you can think about. If, for example, if I click Add Task here, on the right side, you will see the possible actions. So by using our workflows, you can just automate your needs based on your use cases. Your specific use cases, of course. And there are several resources or actions or different applications that you can integrate on this workflow to automate your needs. So in this example, we are fetching the top 10 error logs for the last 24 hours, as I said. And by building this custom code that we can retrieve the error logs, as you see, and fetch the host details from here. And then we add the team information and extract only the required information for the next steps. And then we can send the log information, host information to the relevant teams. That's via API, via that specific endpoint, via this post request to send a specific URL, or you can send as a report to your teams using our Slack integration. So this is just a small example I tried to explain to you. Of course, it's not enough, definitely not enough for you to understand what's possible. We don't have enough time also to go through all these sections, but this is just an example where you can see also from our observability clinic in a detailed way. You will see more step-by-step approach here that's possible with our workflows application. Okay, this is just one application that we can use as an example. Another one is that we have our Site Reliability Guardian application. So to reach this application, again, you can click on these apps here. And when I type site, it's easily that I can navigate to this application. When I click on this, you will see all the guardians are available here. In this call, I will just use this cards service. And this Site Reliability Guardian, again, it's a release validation feature. You may remember from our classic platform. It helps you to ensure that your code released successfully. That's all. And these are the actions. You will see here that based on your criteria, and if I, for example, edit this Guardian, you will see how it is easy to define all these configuration in this Guardian. Okay, for example, in this case, I see that we have some specific asset logs based on failure rates and 500 error logs, and the error rate again by using that Grail from the logs. Okay, so maybe Andy, that you have anything that you will add here, as you are the expert of this functionalities.
No, I think just as you said, right, there's so much to this, and a lot of this was inspired by the work we did with the open source project Captain initially, then it became cloud automation, and now it's part of the Dynatrace platform through this app. And I recorded a video, it's an app spotlight on the Site Reliability Guardian, where Johannes was showing how to set it up, how to use it for release validation, and how to connect it with workflows. So you can use the workflows you've just shown earlier to automatically validate a release after a deployment was done, after you run a test, have it validated, and depending on the success, you can then notify the right people. Let's say something fails, that they need to look into the problem, or if everything is good, then maybe promote it into the next stage. So this is a really great showcase of apps that we build as Dynatrace that you can then use in workflows to really automate your data-driven analysis.
Thank you. Perfect. So what else we have? Again, I mentioned that Grail is also included. And again, Grail is our unified storage solution for logs, metrics, traces, events, and more. And like, for example, our topology model again. And these are all needs for you to start what is Grail, how can you can use Dynatrace query language, how you can use Dynatrace pattern language to process your data. So briefly, please just check this documentation out, and you're going to see that all the possible that your design needs in Grail. Okay. And last but not least, that we have our carbon impact application. As I mentioned, it measures and reports your carbon footprint for all of your Dynatrace monitored hosts across your entire hybrid and multi-cloud environments in just a single interface. You can see. So for each data center, for example, you can see the energy consumption, electricity consumption, carbon dioxide emission, and the instances information, of course, in detail. And these are all connected to Grail, as you can see this option. Also, you can use your mock data to do this analysis.
And I think this just to add one thing, it's a European, or I think probably a worldwide regulation that you need to report as an organization your carbon impact on your carbon footprint. And we are giving you all of this data out of the box based on the observability data we have from your data centers. And we're pulling in additional information from external sources to then do this calculation on your energy consumption and carbon footprint. So I think this is going to be helping a lot of organizations to fulfill the regulatory requirements of their individual countries or regions where they live in, but also help you in the end, right? Save energy, save costs in the end. And so it's a win-win situation. And the carbon impact app, if you want to know more, I recorded also one of these app spotlight videos with Klaus So check it out as well. I think the links, people will just find all the links in the description of this video.
Sure. That's right. Perfect. Okay, so now I think that this section is over. You can just continue with the next updates that we have. So with all these updates, all these responsibilities come with the documentation, of course. We have our new Dynatrace documentation. You can get all these details. For example, the launcher, doc, and application that we just briefly covered on this session. Here's the documentation link. You can easily navigate. And this is just basically that you need for you to start looking at our new Dynatrace platform. Okay. And we have new data visualizations available on our platform. This is just 2 examples that you can see here. And I will also show you in one of our notebooks that what possibilities that we have. So, but basically, please check this documentation for more details. We have the new dashboard application. New dashboards application, you can easily and quickly transform your data to understand your visualization in a clear picture of you. And here is again the documentation link you can see. These are just 2 examples that you can find from these slides. And also, of course, I will show you the dashboard application that what we have in our platform in just a couple of minutes. Okay. And for the notebooks, this is really powerful, guys. It's data-driven documents for your custom analytics in our brand new Notebooks app. This is just one example where we fetch this data from the logs, but there are lots of possibilities that you can use for your data exploration requirements. Okay. And besides that, we have the new visualization options with Dynatrace notebooks and dashboards. Here is just a small GIF. You can see the possibilities available, and also it's available in your notebook getting started application. I think that you will see on our platform by default. But basically, this is just another updates on our ends. Okay, so let's see that we have, okay, we can jump, I think, on our tenants to see what is available on our platform. Okay. Let's close this one. Here, this is an example. Getting started application, you can see under dashboards. On dashboards, it's a pin application for me. I think it will be the same for you. So in this getting started page, this notebook, it is, again, that there are several explanations, step by step, what is possible that you can do in your dashboard application, okay? And these are the visualization type I mentioned before, and also you can see what type of data you can add to your dashboards, how you can shape your results. Here, these are 3 different examples you are going to see, and how you can add your external data to your dashboards by using our code section. This is definitely powerful that you can use that also to your dashboards. And we are ignoring these errors. It seems that there are some results that are issued in here, but it's okay. It's just an example, so there's no need to do. Again, you can add context with using annotations. So these are just 2 examples that we have from, for example, logs from APEC East that you are going to see as a short example. Okay. And last, you can add variables to make your dashboards dynamic as much as possible. For example, in this section, I can see that we have these new log definitions, I guess, and it's based on these variables that we have these statuses on this log dashboards. And do we have an observability clinic of dashboards, about dashboards?
We do actually. We have a clinic on dashboards. Actually, we already have 2 or 3 of those because they are so powerful, as you can see, both on the visualization, the markdowns, as you mentioned, really making beautiful looking, not only dashboards, but also notebooks. Also the power of putting custom code through JavaScript in there to either pull the external data in or also to query data from Dynatrace and then maybe combine it or just, calculate things that otherwise wouldn't be possible. So we give you all the options. Yeah. And I also really like the variable feature. People have been asking for the variables a lot. So you can define a dashboard and then through drop-down boxes, basically specify what do you want to really see? Do you want to see all the details from your environment for somebody else's environment or from a particular host, from a particular app? And we give you all the flexibility through variables.
Also, you can see it from this just a short GIF presentation that how you can add variables here. And of course, it's also available documentation. So I haven't put the authority clinic link here because we are focusing on the documentation here, the Dynatrace documentation. I think it will be also that's clear for you that how you can start to use variables in your dashboards. Okay, perfect. So the next, I think, should be the notebooks. Exactly. So we have our new notebooks application, again, built on AppEngine. With notebooks, you can create powerful data-driven documents for your custom analytics. And you can query all of your data available within Dynatrace and even integrate with external data resources. Okay. This is a getting started application where you can see the possibilities, the type of data that we can fetch from external systems. And here again, the visualization type that I mentioned in one of our slides that's available here. So I think it also explains that what are the possibilities that we have here. And I believe that getting started this application is available for all of our users, right? Not only for me or for them. Okay, that's great. Okay.
And also maybe to recap how I always explain it, I think that 80 to 90% of your use cases are covered by default with all of the apps we have, whether it's your host view, your real user view, your site reliability guardian, your carbon impact app. Then you have particular needs to analyze your data. And I think the notebook app is a great way to get started with kind of understanding your data, doing data science, data analytics. You can play around with it. And then once you have found the data that is relevant for a particular use case, you can then decide, hey, I want to use this data on a dashboard because I want to give it to somebody, put it on a screen and use it for reporting, or use this data in an automation workflow like you've shown earlier. You can say, this is important information. I want to get it sent to me every day at 8 o'clock in the morning because I need it for reporting purposes. So let's send it to me. So this is where you start with analyzing your data in a notebook and then decide, do you want to put it on a dashboard or do you want to drive automation with it? I think that's kind of what I see as the regular progression.
Additionally, you can save your historical data that, for example, if you have your Black Friday data from 2022, that you can save this data and compare with this year results. So it's also powerful that how you see that all infrastructure that behaves with the new your design. So it's basically also possible with using notebooks. This is just one example that I prepared here. You can see the production overview option that we have, the number of logs over time, the log entries per log level. This is pretty simple. These queries you can see, and logs per cluster. So these are all the things that you can use and create workflows and send reports to your teams in data and regular basis. That's daily or weekly basis. It's pretty powerful, I can say. Okay. And okay, that's good. Let's see. So now we have other documentations for the other powerful applications, and the workflows is one of them. I already had a quick introduction to this. This is powerful for you to automate your data, your monitoring data, and just acts by using our causal AI analysis and have meaningful that how can I say that meaningful that operations on your end that's as much as possible. So this is just one example, the error log reporting I mentioned to you. And here, if you just click on this link, you will be navigated to the documentation directly. Okay. And in the workflows application, we have our Slack integration. It will be that easily. It will be easy for you to configure your Slack integration. Here on the right side, you can see the channel, the message information, the conditions that you have. So this is also possible by using our workflow applications. Same for Jira, another example that you can create, comment, and assign your Jira issues on the events, and you can schedule those events by a workflow. This is just one of Andrew's examples that you can also see it from this presentation. And also, I think you can see it from the observability clinic that that's covered in one of our colleagues. So basically, again, you can automate your tasks, and you can integrate your platform with the Jira, Cloud, or server instance. And with this integration, it is also possible to create scheduled events in your new platform. Okay. Apart from that, we have our new ownership app. So it's contained in pre-built actions for the workflow app. So it extracts entity ownership information, team information, to create these workflows, which automates notifications, task assignment, and other use cases. Okay, this is the documentation that you need. And here's an example how it is embedded in the workflow application. I will also show you from our demo platform, but briefly, this is really simple that you can see how it's useful to use the application. Okay, so I think the next will be the business analytics part. So before jumping on the next slides, let's see that what we have in our platform. So let's close this one. Okay, perfect. So here is the examples that I show you that possible with the workflow. So again, the workflow list that we can easily list from this application. And this is just one example where we use Slack integration, Slack for workflows. Okay, so this is, sorry, let's move it a little bit left. So here you can see all these steps, and the end of the last step, end of this this flow, you will see that notify responsible teams. So on the right side, the configuration part that you just need to do, you need to pick the select channel, the message, and the conditions and options. So this is the way that how you can use Slack for your workflow needs. Okay. And again, the same example where we handle vulnerabilities. So maybe just a little context here that whenever there is an event, security event here, that we get the problem events, problem details, we get the enriched security data. So we have all these existing tickets, and you can create tickets or update tickets. Again, notify your responsible teams by using Slack and Jira workflow actions here easily that you can do directly on the right sides. One more time, if you like to create these actions, you just need to click on this plus sign button. On the right side, you will see all the possibilities, all the options that you can choose to create your automation flow. That's very powerful, guys. I mean, I'm really confused at which part that I can explain to you, but there are lots of things that you can do. The important part is just please explain your use cases to your application, to your account teams, or reach out to us via chat, send an email to us. I don't know. So just there are lots of possibilities that you can do with Dynatrace. Always try to find those functionalities for your needs. I'm sure that there will be the possibilities that we can cover many of your use cases.
And as I said, we also have a clinic that is going exactly through that particular workflow here, which is very important on remediating vulnerabilities. The clinic is discovering and explaining all the integrations, the workflow options. So it's the clinic around automation engine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing how much stuff is in there. I know you still have so much more to cover, so I think we actually need to speed up a little bit.
Okay, so I will do this. Okay, so here that another workflow application where we use this ownership application. As I said, it is built in the workflow app. So this ownership application that helps you to get owners directly and entities so that you can get contact details and send a message to the owner of the application or specific, I don't know, if the team. So it depends, again, your needs, but you can correlate all this information from your monitoring data with your own teams side of your organization. Okay, so let's continue. We have the new business analytics applications. The business flow helps you to monitor and analyze your critical business process flows. This is just one example you can see in this tile. And I will also, of course, show you how it's possible to do. And the Explore Business Events is a central repository for you to see all the resources that you need in terms of your business events that needs your blog posts, documentation, product leads, and so on. So this is just you need to use, you need to see what exactly it's possible to do. And this is one example where we use biz events that data analysis are using in our DQL, our query language. And again, that we have another application on the business side. The Salesforce Insights helps your administrators to monitor your Salesforce environments. So we derive this information from your streaming API, and you just need to have a Salesforce account with Salesforce Shield or event monitoring subscription. So it's all possible that you can have this data in your Dynatrace environments. And last, we have Dynatrace Hub. Okay, let's also cover this part. I was thinking to spend more time, but let's speed up the process. So we have all these, again, integrations, that possibilities, the built-in applications, extensions, and developed even our partners, and you can so find all these extensions in here in one place, which is called Dynatrace Hub. It's also our central documentation location page. You can think about like this. Whenever you click on this application, you will see all the use cases, the details that you need, the requirements, and the possible data that's available in your platform. I will also show you what's possible in Dynatrace Hub. Okay, so let's jump on our, again, the tenant, and I will continue with the business analytics applications. So this is the one that we call business flow. If you just search in applications again, you can easily find it here, or you can directly find it from Hub. When you have this business flow application, this is just one business flow details that I have in my test environments. And in this business flow, that we can easily capture your data using our OneAgent, real user monitoring data, and also that business events via API. So with using all these data information, as you can see that we can create flows, workflows here, and between all each steps, you can see what exactly is happening in your business business flow. Okay, so we, for example, for this search, we fetch this information from this business events. If you go to your business events section from settings settings page, you will from settings, you will easily find what is configured in your environments. Okay, and yeah, this is, I think, you can find all of them under this application that explore business events. This is what you all need in terms of your business analysis requirements. We can capture your business data again by using OneAgent, RAM, and API. You can analyze your business data with using notebooks application, classic box view, and also you can create dashboards. It's basically you need that to find out, to start your business events flow analysis. Okay.
And in general, just business events is a very big topic for us at Dynatrace and also for you as a customer. That means we're expanding observability from infrastructure and apps and end users to the whole end-to-end business process, whatever that may be, like an order process from order to fulfillment to delivery to payment, or it could also be a business process from a delivery. Think about your CI/CD pipelines. This can also be a business process. Whatever it is, you can now ingest so-called business events of every step along the way of your process. And then you can use, for instance, the Business Flow app to visualize how many events are coming in each stage, where maybe you're losing people or where the process stops, is failing. This is a great way of extending Dynatrace towards more business process use cases. More information, we have plenty of material out there on business events, on YouTube, and also obviously in the documentation.
Perfect. And the next one is the Salesforce Insights application. Here is just a demo that we have. By the way, you can collapse your menu on the left side. So it's just to mention quickly. So here is the application that the integration we have with Salesforce. These are the all available data you can find under Salesforce Insights dashboard application. Okay. So I think that's fine. Just to continue with Dynatrace Hub. Okay. Again, on the left side, when you click on Dynatrace Hub, you are going to see that's all of the integration that's possible with Dynatrace. And for each section, you can just explore what's possible, that what you can do with our platform. For example, if I click on one of these applications, you will see what is possible in terms of the data in your platform, what exactly that this product, this application, and what are the requirements, the technical information that you need. And even if you don't know the application, you can see the use cases directly from this part. So this is, I think, the great way for the new users that you haven't just tried the applications. You can see all this data that available with the specific integration. Okay. After that, you can, of course, install or open the application and continue your data analysis. So I think that's all for the new application. So now we have that still new features and enhancements that to talk about. So I think we can jump on the next parts to continue. Okay. Anything about that, Andy?
No, I just want to say this is just the new stuff, the new capabilities, and for everything we just scratch the surface. Check out for more material. Also for the new features and enhancements. I know you have a lot of great. I think you have another many new features are prepared. All of this in detail is obviously available, and you can always reach to the Dynatrace experts to learn more about it, or just use this as a mental note. This is available, and then research on how you can apply this. Yeah.
Definitely. So, okay, then talking about the new features, I am going to cover that some of them with only the slides. So here that we have the hash MD5 function, which helps you to just compute your MD5 hash for a given string expression here. So that's just an, how can I say that function that you will see in this documentation quickly. So it's helpful for your cryptographic protocols. So it's easily possible, the new version, okay? I think it's 265, by the way. So another one is for SHA-1 hash for the given string expression. This is also the same way it's possible. Here is the correct example. You just need to check this documentation, and that's all. And the last one is the new function, the percentile function. It helps to calculate a given percentile of an expression for you to narrow down your analysis or to create a specific group of your data by using this syntax. Okay. And another important feature that we have are new DPL Architect tools. With this tool, you can extract additional typed fields from data in Grail and save time when developing your patterns. And you can get instant feedback on your patterns for your specific use cases. So this is how it looks like. This is just an example that we have with this new pattern. And this is a small, I can say that feedback on the effectiveness of your pattern. So there are lots of possibilities that you can see, of course, but this is just that's really useful for your data processing needs in Dynatrace. Okay.
And by the way, we got a lot of feedback on DPL, which is extremely powerful. We will be recording an observability clinic just focusing on DPL on the Dynatrace pattern language, where I'm pretty sure we will also cover the DPL Architect tool, because that's going to be really handy.
I will also watch this as soon as possible, whenever it's possible. Sorry. Okay, so we have the permissions and the new permissions, as I mentioned in the beginning of the session. So it can be assigned on the buckets, table, and entity levels. You can think buckets like default logs, metrics, or system buckets. And the tables are, again, the logs and metrics. So based on this, based on your use cases, you can assign permissions to your users, to groups, and it will be much more possible for you to control your data in your platform. Okay, this is just one example full of you can see for the bucket permissions and the table permissions. As I said, that this is the logs and metrics are the tables you can think about, and your users can only access specific data that you defined in your permission configuration. Okay, and what else do we have with the new version? So we have the new OneAgent Health that helps you to have an overview of your OneAgent modules health. And by using this screen that you can narrow down your analysis based on several conditions, you can configure your columns that I think I will also show you in the demo platform. So it is also available with the new version. And the next one is the management zone support for vulnerability notifications. So you can configure your alerting profile to receive notifications, also same for your security alerts. And there are two new features we have. You have a new toggle when you can get a notification when a vulnerability is opened or reopened, and also that when a new management zone is affected by an open problem. These are all available under this alerting profile, that section, and these are the toggles that you can easily find in your platform. Okay. We have metric events, filter updates available here. So the logic basically is that the new wildcard new tag value that considers now the all that wildcards. So for example, to make it clear that this is just an this quick example that we have in our documentation as well. So the host 1, host 2, and host 3 with the tag values. Previously, the filter with the tag only equals the host 34, but now the only this tag value that it will cover all of these options that with the wildcards. It works as a wildcard option here. Okay, this is just another update on our ends. The ownership application that I mentioned already, this is available that here that you can easily install, and please check these screenshots to see what's possible. And it is embedded in the workflow application again, but also you can see the ownership information in on the specific entity to see which teams are responsible for it. In the previous clinic that we explained how it's possible and how you can configure the ownership, so you can find all of these configurations in that clinic. Also, we have observability clinic about this topic, so there are lots of resources that you can find directly from our YouTube channel, University and Documentation. The custom keys for ownership information. So here you can define your own key value pairs via text and entity metadata. This is just one example. I can show you as DT owner. It is available under settings, ownership, and configuration section. Okay. Another one is that we have metrics for Kubernetes events. So under this, with this events. So now there are two options are possible for you to use for filtering needs: the event reason and event type. Okay, so this will help you to search for event behavior over time and contains only the affected entities. Here, this is just one example. I will also show you on our platform, and it's also possible with the new version of 265. We have the new design of our workloads, not new design, sorry, it's just this part of design, I can say. We have calling and called cards and health sites available here. This is just one example. You can see these workloads communication for the recommendation service. Okay, this is also pretty, I think, clear that we have. We have the new behavior. I can say that the invalid credentials are automatically disabled in VMware settings after 5 consecutive failed attempts to connect to your vCenter, just for information. And what else? That we have our adaptive traffic management version 3. So this is a new version with the new platform subscription model. Here you can see a built-in dashboard if you're already using this version in your platform. And if you'd like to understand what exactly it is and what are the differences between version 2 and version 3, this is the way that you can easily find from our documentation and understand what is the change with the new traffic management. Okay. And last but not least, as always, we have the new support of bind variables capture for SaaS deployments as well. So this is also really important. You can enable your SQL bind variable capture. And here is the way that you can do under the monitoring settings database section. If you don't see this feature, it means that you are running version 2 adaptive traffic management. Okay. And I'm still checking in the meantime. So I think, yeah, oh, sorry, so still there are some updates from the next version, 266, of course. So we also have the ServiceNow integration update from here. So we have a new plain text format of problem details instead of HTML. This is important that for you if your ServiceNow environment has the code tag disabled. So this is the example. You can set the placeholder in your ServiceNow integration. And another update, we have the anomaly detection API metric events is now deprecated. So we have the new settings API framework also available for the new metric events. This is the schema that you can see. And if you would like to get more details, how you can migrate your definitions, that here is the way that you can see from our migration guides. Okay, so the tutorials in the workflow creator app. So we have another application that also we built, we show you in your platform, which helps you to create your own workflow. So all things, the scenarios that we mentioned that are possible, you can see in a structured way in this application. So you can see two examples in this app. The first one is that how you integrate your Site Reliability Guardian with your CI/CD pipelines. And second one is the example that I shared with you, the send logs to the owner of an entity. So these are available here under the workflow section of this application. I'm going to also show you in a quick way that where you can find in your platform. We have the new flag announced on this browser monitor configuration. Under the advanced setup settings, you can enable that this toggle to use the deprecated JavaScript frameworks. Okay, this is also that can be useful for you. That if so we no longer support some certain JavaScript frameworks, but still we give you the option to enable these deprecated frameworks for monitor and script continuity. So this is also that I think useful update. So we have the VMware settings, the new settings page for VMware monitoring with the REST API support. Also, we migrated these settings to the settings 2.0, and it can be controlled under this this schema, I can say. Then settings 2.0 API is a documentation that you need to check for more details. Okay. What else? So we have the OS services settings description. We removed all DDU references from the OS services monitoring description. And here is the example that you can see, or here's the section that you can find the consumption that we have, the host units here. This might be important for our users that will use OS service availability regularly. So this is also a cool update on our end. And we have additional attributes on Kubernetes events. There are 4 different attributes. Here you will see under the events section. These are first seen, last seen, event count, and event UID. Okay. Okay, so we have the new Data Explorer and Dashboard Table Enhancements. Under the Data Explorer section, Table Visualization, you will see the new columns on the right sides. So by selecting these columns, you can customize your table here in your Data Explorer settings. And this is just an really easy way for you to apply on your platform. Another one is that we remove the limits, the 100 rows here. To remove these limits, you just need to switch to advanced view. And by removing this limits section, you are going to see more than 100 records. This is, I think, around 200. It's not possible to see right now, but I will show you on the demo quickly what we have. The last one with the Data Explorer that we have the pagination through the tables. So when you go to your table views, if you have lots of the tables that's available under that Data Explorer, you will see the page through the tables at the bottom of the page. Wow, okay. So there are lots of things that now I will not cover all of these on the new platform on our platform, but still some of them are useful to see at what's possible. So maybe next time I should split these also new features and enhancements, because I believe that some of them that you already forgot that what we have. But of course, you can always check from the video and from the slides what is possible in our platform. So I think we have started, or I think this is one of the important ones that we have, the DPL Architect, those new features and enhancements. So therefore, let's cover that some of them, that the most important ones on our this session. Okay, are we good on time, Andy? By the way,
we are already an hour in, so I would say I know you have one more section. So as you said, you covered all of this. Just pick like the highlights from your side, so that we can get to the last sections.
Okay. I will then quickly navigate through these sections then. Okay. So this DPL Architect, this is just one example where we fetch the logs. We have the content. To see that to use the DPL Architect, first you can check from here. For example, if I can see that extract fields here to play with the DPL Architect. But if you don't see this section, especially for the content, you will need to enable DPL Architect on the right side of the page. It's already enabled. So let's see, just click on the extract fields. And here's the pattern. Here's the suggestions from our architect. This is just one example that's available with this tool. Okay. Another one is that OneAgent Health overview. So we have all these modules and their states, the health state you can see directly from your tenant. To reach this page, you just need to search in applications, and you will see this general overview, and you can apply filtering and narrow down your analysis on your platform. Okay. Another one is, again, ownership application. Here is the app available in Hub. Please check these screenshots to see how you can use in your entity integrations. Okay. And the key, the ownership configuration, also available under settings, ownership section and configuration section. Here you can find these two examples. What else we have? The data explorer, that, as I said, we have the event counts, and you can apply filters by event reason, also event type under your data explorer needs. So these are just also available with the latest version. The new version of adaptive traffic management, as I mentioned, that you can of course compare these two different versions on your platform. But if you would like to see the new version, if you already have enabled DPS, just please search this on your dashboards classics, and you will have this overview of data on your platform and out of the box. Okay. And the workflow creator, this is an example application that I mentioned. You can easily find from the applications. These are the two workflows, what you need to start to use. And this is the guides that you will see under this workflow creator application. Okay. And here is the toggle where you can find to enable your deprecated JavaScript frameworks under browser monitor advanced setup section. Okay. Okay, let's continue then just with the cool blog post we have. So one blog post that we have, again, onboarding your users to Grail and AppEngine. I just like to emphasize one more time, this is pretty important for you to set this configuration, and please check this blog post. This is what all you need to see what you need to do for your users to use the new functionalities of your platform, the new applications, the new configurations, and so on. So with this access management, you can give permissions to your to query data stored in Grail, Dynatrace apps, and supporting services. Here is the way that you can do, and we already auto-assigned those permissions for the admins. You can see the AppEngine, and not only admins, sorry, that we also have it for users. For example, the developer access, I can see it, or the other users. These are all available under the policies section of your account management. And we also have created a script for you to automatically migrate your existing permissions to the new services, AppEngine and Grail. Please check these scripts, go to our community, If you need any help, just ask questions to our team or get any related questions in our from our chat functionality.
Berkan, one thing on this, because I
Yes.
think it's relevant in general. It's a great use case here that you can now write your scripts and actually execute scripts in the context of a Dynatrace notebook or dashboard, not just for visualizing data, but also for tasks, administrative tasks, one-time tasks, repetitive tasks as JavaScript. And it's great that we're collecting all of these scripts in Git repositories so that we can easily share it. But just a great example again, why bringing JavaScript as a runtime into Dynatrace natively is opening up so many more opportunities to make your day-to-day life easier. I think that's what I wanted to say here.
That's really powerful. Yeah. Another very powerful functionality where we can forecast your IT capacity by using our Grill and Davis AI integration. So the capacity planning with Dynatrace, we are focusing on alerting you proactively rather than waiting for the thresholds to be exceeded. This is just one example you see. So it's really explained in a great way in the blog posts, and you can get all these details with the capacity management scenario. So we also have an observability link about this, just for information, guys. I will also share this link with you on the next in one of our next pages. So by using Grail and Davis, we can predict we can create a model, prediction model, and in this example, we can predict the capacity demands. Here is an example that you will see for this chart, the filter and forecast button for you to do this analysis. And once you click on this button, we will see that data forecast, and with this forecast information, you can also automate your forecast data by using our workflow application. So maybe this is just one part that I missed here to show you the prediction, but I already have it in my example of my demo environment. You can also find this information under this blog post. You will have all this data available in there. I don't want to put all the things here, so that therefore just let's remove that part. But still, these are all things that you need to see what exactly is possible with forecasting Dynatrace. This is very important. Please watch this recording. It will be definitely let's create some different type of direction for you to manage your infrastructure resources, especially for it in this use case. Okay. And another thing that we have in our Dynatrace blog, we have the Site Reliability Guardian that we mentioned and earlier. We also use this application for our demo applications. So some of our teams, for example, that use this application to manage their specific, for example, this service validation, as far as I see in this example. And also some of our teams use this for during cause testing. Okay. And another team that we have adopted this Guardian for this for release validation, again by using that Grail with this specific how can I say that criteria, as you can see, that we fetch via Grail, and it is really important for them for their release validation in the delivery pipeline. Okay. And okay, so here is the blog post, by the way, if you'd like to get all these details. And the last blocks that we have, we also introduce custom buckets in Grail. So please just click on this link if you want to see what's possible in custom buckets configuration. And here's the blog post. It's also the feature is available under API. Again, this is all you need to start defining your buckets and permissions. So just quickly to see what's possible in Dynatrace blog product news. Oops, okay. So this is the policies section. Again, these are all policies that we define automatically for admin, developer access, and user. I think this part is it's clear for you, but again, just to emphasize that you can configure these policies directly under management, account management, identity, access management, and policies section. Okay. And the forecasting capability, and this example is for capacity planning here. So in this case that I have my CPU usage for the limits of 10 for specific host, as you can see here. So when I click, for example, on this host, on the right side, that you will see filter and forecast analysis. When I click on this, we will create a prediction model. Again, we will analyze the selected time series, automatically choose the best prediction model based on your characteristics of the time series, and then we will train this prediction model. After the training is finished, the notebook, this chart, shows you the probabilistic forecast of the given time series, and with the upper and lower bounds also, as well as the predicted value here. Okay, and with this way, you can automate your, again, requirements that I mentioned to you. For example, if you click on this section, if you open with the workflow applications, you can even use, of course, with other applications, but this is briefly that helps you to arrange your capacity before you reach the limits. Please check this documentation, that the blog posts and observability clinic, you will see you will have all the information that you need on those videos. Okay. When the bucket management, as I said, that we have this custom bucket definitions, these are the all endpoints that you need to create these buckets on your platform. And I think that's all. Yes, I think we can go back to you, Andy. Before going back to you, we have the feedbacks and resources section. As always, please use this channel or community channels. Let us just reach out to us, maybe via video, or please always use chats on your platform, and we are always ready for you to help your specific questions. And yeah, just for information, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I think that's all that for me.
Yeah,
That's
I think an hour and 15, and I think we just scratched the surface of everything that our teams have put out there in just 4 weeks in 2 of our sprints. Do me one favor. Can you move to like 2 slides forward? The last one, like 71, one more, and then just as a reminder, I think there's one more and one more. Yeah. So a reminder to go deeper into all of these topics. Check out the existing material, but also repeat what you just said. Reach out to your Dynatrace expert in the product. Use the in-product chat. Reach out to your Dynatrace team. If you're new to Dynatrace, have never used it, but you want to try it, sign up for a trial. Try it out yourself. This is all possible. Now, I would again thank you for preparing all this content. I know it's a lot of effort, but it's also a great way to show our users, our community, what we put out there in a very condensed way, right? It's an hour and 15. I know it's a long time, but if you're watching this on YouTube, we have the time slices, so you can go into every single direction easily, and always look out for the links in the description here. Berkan, I will have you back in a month, right, with the updates.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, 267.
I think so. So okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Andy, for your comments or insights and all the valuable information that you have added here. So it's powerful.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye.